Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale of Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 1. It's been fun. I've enjoyed getting to know the lore of Percy Jackson, and this is only the first book. By the time the next seasons come out, I'm sure the characters will look a lot older. Maybe the storylines get even better as the books go on. But yeah, the world here is weird. I don't know if I'll ever quite get used to it, but I've enjoyed the ride in Season 1 so far. Anyways, we last left off with our crew here, learning even more details about the quest, like that Hades never stole the Master Bolt. Sure, he stole Percy's mom, so he still has her, but as a bargaining chip, as a trading piece to get his helm back. Which also I was thinking while editing, I was like, wait, if everything in this universe is disguised as weird modern day things, his helm of invisibility or whatever he described it as could literally be the cap that Athena gave to Annabeth. Could literally be that baseball hat. That could be the helm of darkness or whatever it was called. So maybe that's part of her regret. Maybe she knows that and she has it and she stole it and she won't give it to Percy to trade back for her mom. But she also wasn't there, so she doesn't know the whole Hades has his mom and wants the cap back thing. It could be something completely different, but I was just thinking that. But yeah, we found out Hades is mostly innocent. Ares and Kronos seem to be the main villains here. And looks like Percy's about to go into a fight against Ares and maybe get the help of Poseidon. So yeah, if you've been enjoying Percy Jackson on the channel, definitely leave a like, dislike it if you dislike it. Definitely consider subscribing to the channel for more Percy Jackson in the future. We also got one of my favorite series going on right now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so go check that out on the channel if you're a fan of that. Or anything Star Wars or Marvel, we got tons of shows on the channel. And without further ado, let's hop into the finale here.
You didn't ask to be a half-blood.
This again. From the beginning, I remember. They trained.
Which is good.
New footage. We never saw this.
When am I ever gonna use this stuff?
Told you.
Oh, just you wait, little Percy.
I know. They have. Fury tried to claw me. The Minotaur tried to skewer me. They can disarm or high guard or repost or do any.
Riposte.
But when I say don't fight fair.
I've always been saying that as repose. Well, I guess I learned something.
Single combat.
The God of War.
What?
What? One-on-one. But I set the terms. If I draw first blood, I keep the bolt and you surrender the helm.
No fight to the death, just first blood. So you can have some insane godly abilities to just like fly over to him and slice him.
It's his idea to frame Poseidon's kid and steal Hades' helm and Zeus's bolt to start a war.
Uh-huh.
What? Is that where he got to you too?
Oh yeah, Annabeth needs to catch up on all the info. Hey, longest fight in the series. Yo, Percy better take this sword after he kills him. Oh, maybe he's not gonna kill him. I mean, he is the God of War. You gotta use your water abilities, man. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to use them. Water? That's a hint. Oh. Is that him or Poseidon? Helping. He's got the power of the sea on his side.
I'll find out.
You'll find out. Oh yeah, wait, back at the truck. Oh, I remember. He said that. Oh, this is the most angry he's looked. I like that. I like Dark Percy. Dark Percy, oh. Ares doesn't know how to swim. Oh, where'd your sword go, little man? Oh. Oh, the Achilles. He's bleeding gold. I didn't know they do that. That's cool.
Yay! That was so cool. Want to know what you really won today? An enemy for life. Congrats.
Oh. Really? Wait, I was just talking about this last episode. I was wondering if they have true forms.
It's Hades'
That is so sick. Oh, so it's not the Annabeth cap, okay. Yo, true forms. I love that. That already makes all of it way better. Oh. Is that his little vacation home he'd always go to? Little beach house?
Ionospheric disturbance. Sudden ionospheric disturbance, or SID, are typically caused by solar flares emitting from the sun's surface.
Uh-huh. That seems important. Electo.
Lord Poseidon grows bold in his war against his king.
They're gonna one-tap you again.
Hades sent you to retrieve it. That's been your quest all along.
But they never had it. So she can be a good person. Bring his mom back. Did she ever say, like, give me the helm or anything weird like that? I don't think so. She was just acting always so suspicious.
Good luck on Olympus.
Wow, plus respect from the monster.
What is it?
To the Empire State Building.
I have to.
What for? The quest failed. We missed the deadline.
This is bigger than the quest.
The quest wasn't the
Before
quest.
we set off, Chiron told me the last war on Olympus kicked off World War II down here. We have to.
Oh, jeez, that's a weird tie-in. Yeah, Ares is mad right now. He could start another war. I like his character arc here where he was the one like most afraid of going on this quest. Always wanting to get help from like other adults and stuff. And now he's the only one keeping it together, wanting to further go deeper into the quest. Because he knows how important it is.
I have to try.
Zeus could be a cool guy. He could be understanding.
You're gonna need all the luck you can get.
What's that ring in the middle of it?
I'm here to see Zeus.
How do you know this guy works for Olympus? Guess he just knows. Zeus. One of the greatest actors of all time. Whoa, okay, I was just expecting like a room for some reason. Because when the... Dang, actually looks really nice. When Hermes delivered that package, I thought it was just a room he was delivering it to, so I was like confused. Olympus actually looks sick.
Annabeth is terrified of spiders,
Okay.
but she's a lot bigger than they are. So what do you think happens when she comes across one? Things that are small and scary
Get
get
squashed.
squished.
Yep. Squished. Squished, squashed, I don't know. Wow. Wow, it looks like a mix of Theed on Naboo and Asgard from the MCU. Like, a perfect blend of both. It's kind of weird. Hey, there he is. Oh, this is like the last performance we're gonna ever see of him. So disappointing. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, he's gonna be so tall over Percy. The mastodon.
I didn't steal it. Neither did any of my friends. We found it. We got it back.
You failed.
Yes,
But you have it now
I did. But I had to come.
to start a war.
Chronos.
Percy's actually gonna be the one that unleashes a war here.
This is what we do. We snap and plot and strive. It was only a matter of time before he did again.
I love his voice.
Thank you for the news. It is the only reason I'm letting you leave alive.
Don't ever hurt the messenger, man.
Be grateful, and it means be gone.
But the war can't continue.
The rumbling, the thunder when he speaks.
Ares, your son, he turned on you the moment someone stronger showed up. Do you really think he'll be the last? How afraid of you do you think they'll be?
He looks
when your dad
angry.
shows up, looking to put you back in your place.
What's he doing? Oh. Oh, Poseidon? Yeah.
I surrender. Patros. Ares, Hades, Hermes de
Oh.
Togarun. Oipantas.
Oh, look, they just speak like this the whole time.
Make sure I never see this one again.
Obedience doesn't come naturally to you, does it?
No. Sure.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know this is his dad.
Patros. That's the only word I really got. It means father.
Chiron has taught you well.
I didn't learn it from Chiron.
I'm dyslexic.
Your mother taught you ancient Greek.
One word at least.
She taught me a lot of things. Ares said gods don't dream.
Ares is a moron. Have you noticed?
Do you ever dream about Mom?
Only nightmares, son. What did I just expect him to say? No. He didn't say anything. Yes?
You should be going.
What the fuck?
Oh, bye-bye. Okay, that doesn't just get you out of the underworld. Oh. There she is. Thick tree. I wonder if they'll ever find a way to get her out of there. Or unturn her from a tree.
Why is she?
Don't say anything. I'll explain.
They still think she's a villain? Is she? Confirmed? No, she didn't.
Everyone was ready to join the war here. Start fighting each other. An accusation against Clarice.
Without proof.
Exactly. Without proof, it would have lit this whole place on fire.
Make sure she isn't going anywhere.
Great. And we'll meet back here. Ready?
It's not gonna end up being Clarice. It's gonna be Luke, I think. If there's one thing the movie got right, it had to have been who stole it. Yeah.
You're thinking about your mom. I get that.
Is that what matters most?
Believe me. I do.
Everything the Oracle said has either come true or makes sense.
Has it?
You shall go west and face the god.
Don't tell him. Oh no. Oh no.
Find what was stolen and see it returned.
Clearly the bulls.
And you shall be betrayed by one who calls you a friend.
And he's only got 3 of those.
You couldn't. Because you knew that Clarice didn't steal the bolt.
This is like the first really intense scene. I like
Clarice
this.
planted on me. So when the shoes you gave me pulled me down into Tartarus.
Yep.
I didn't think you'd give him to Grover to wear.
Wow.
I am your friend. Percy, none of this was meant to betray you.
What do you do in this
I'm here to
situation?
recruit.
For an upcoming war? For his own quest? For...
Easy. I don't want to fight. This is our way out.
He wants to kill the gods. Oh. Whoa, cool effect. That looks exactly like the Multiverse of Madness effect from like the ending.
The gods want us to fight for them, worship them, fear them. And they couldn't care less what we want.
I mean, I get him. I get it. They are bad parents. Everyone's got daddy issues in this show. Even Zeus.
Stealing the bolt in the helm was easy. For what comes next, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Our parents
What are those runes he's carving?
trying their best.
Oh, he's done talking. You're either with me or you're my enemy. He's making a portal to somewhere.
Last chance.
I really like the lighting here. With all the fireworks going off in the background. Sorry. And now this is the fight to the death, Percy. I don't think you understand. Is it to the death? Does it have to be? I mean, if he's willing to do... Yo, Captain Boomerang coming out of the portal? Oh. Aww.
I heard everything.
Oh, the lighting's so good. You heard everything? You didn't help Percy? She's always standing there invisible. Where... Is it to Tartarus?
I may not be gone long. I just need to see if Hades has returned her yet.
And you're certain that you won't accept an armed escort?
I told you, I don't think Luke wants to kill me.
I don't think he does either. That's what scares me. When Luke explained why he planned to take down Olympus, part of it made sense to you, didn't it?
Made sense to me.
You have to be very careful. You're more than a hero now. You are a leader in the eyes of your fellow half-bloods. You have made me very proud.
I was just leaving.
He's back.
Thank you.
No,
His other
thank you,
dad.
Percy.
Percy?
Yes?
Not Peter?
No, I mean, that's your name?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I'm 90% sure it's Peter.
Percy. Percy Jackson.
Roll credits. I don't think so, really.
You know what? I don't actually care. Okay, for those of you who are not staying for the full term, get out!
Whenever his face isn't on screen, I just hear Rex explode from Invincible. She
You
talks.
going home to see your dad?
It's a tree, seaweed brain.
Oh, okay. Oh, her hair looks sick here.
But I imagine she's thrilled.
I like the way she did it.
It's called Disney World, which kind of sounds like Waterland, but less concerned
Waterland,
with
yeah.
children. It's just something
And
I'm
watch a
supposed to do
movie with
there?
Percy.
Just-
Be a kid.
He should have said, "You guys got Discord? Let's hop on Valorant. Experience the true world."
For Pan.
Where are you
Oh,
gonna start?
he's gonna go
Well,
pan.
it seems like every inch of the natural world's been checked, noted, and footnoted. And checked again. The
VR.
council's theory is that Pan is always on the move and it's all about timing. But
He's in VR.
no one's ever bothered to check the seas.
Oh, okay. Well, they're all just splitting up. That's crazy. Blood pact.
No matter what happens,
I knew they were gonna do that, by the way. A
we
pact.
meet back here next year.
Yeah,
All of us. Right here.
I knew it. Alright, so he's going off to hunt for Pan. Percy's going off to go play video games. And Annabeth's going to Disneyland. Whoa, he already looks older here. Or his hair looks a little longer. And more curly. More hair. Yo, Alecto is slow with getting your mom back. Mom. Oh yeah, last thing she remembers is probably being
Come on.
in the Minotaur's hand.
It's time to wake up.
What? Oh no, that's messed up. Oh. He's here, so Kronos? Oh no.
Your world. If you can survive.
That's a crazy design, I really like it.
Well, it turns out I'm pretty good at this. So when you are serious, come find me.
Your survival is the key to my return.
Why? And why tell him? So he's already had his mom back for a while. He just had a dream. He just had a dream of them meeting this the first time.
Grandpa.
What?
Don't call him that.
Kronos.
All right. What did he say this time?
Grandpa.
He said, don't forget to tell your mom how much you love her today.
Kronos, Lord of the Titans, said that.
In a more like threatening way, I guess.
The stories you heard about Greek gods, heroes, and monsters.
Ew.
I'm
Why
here
does he
to
like
tell you
blue
they're
so
real.
much? She's making those Walter White pancakes.
Because we might need you for the fight ahead.
Me? And look, I knew they'd say that. That's wonderful. Lance Reddick. Oh man. I said it back in episode 1. There better be a post-credit of that stepfather getting Medusa headed. Even though that was the most ridiculous, stupid scene in the movie.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
My wife is divorcing me, and on top of that, I gotta pay you too?
Uh-oh.
How is that fair?
Wait, they don't have the head though, so like...
Well,
He didn't even seem like that bad in this. In the movie, he seemed really bad, so what's gonna happen here? He didn't seem like the worst person ever. Yeah, I guess she doesn't need your stench to hide him anymore. Oh, wait, that's the box. Wait a second.
Turn to sender to Percy Jackson from the gods.
Oh, it was meant to go to him. Oh, that's a twist.
That is gross.
It does happen. Does that happen in the book then? It must have. Yay. I mean, not yay. He didn't seem like that terrible in this. He seemed more of like a funny bad kind of person. Or it was maybe just his acting. Maybe it was a little not so great. But he's only in for like 2 minutes anyways. Anyways, that is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I feel like this episode has some pretty cool reveals and sets up for the future pretty well. Probably has some of my favorite scenes in all of the show as well. Like, while I'm not like super blown away because I've seen some really well choreographed shows before, I'm not blown away by like the fights or anything. Of course, those are all gonna be pretty tame in this, which is fine. And some of the ways things play out, I have to just remember that it's a show that's mostly meant for kids here. And that might be why I couldn't fully get into this. But I wanted to see it through and understand the world of Percy Jackson a bit more. And that's coming from me, which I have like Avatar posters on my walls and stuff. So I love certain kids shows, even though Avatar doesn't feel like as much of a kids show. This had a lot of qualities that gave Disney Channel-ish vibes, I guess. I feel like this would have been also just a much more enjoyable thing to watch if I didn't know, even though I didn't fully know if Luke would turn out to be the villain or whatever. I feel like that betrayal at the end, that whole scene was really good and really well acted. I feel like it would have been even more effective if I didn't know it was coming, because I would have been like second guessing myself, trying to figure out who the person is that's going to betray them. They hinted it with the Oracle, set it up all pretty well. It just depends on if you already know the story of Percy Jackson or not. Which I don't, but I knew that at least. That kind of ruined that moment a bit, but still one of my favorite scenes in the show because I feel like you could really feel the betrayal on Percy's face and him piecing it together in his head that like the Oracle said someone's going to betray him and that hasn't happened yet. Everything else, the prophecy came true. He's piecing together that he's the one that gave him the shoes that pull you into Tartarus and all that. So I really enjoyed that. Also figuring out that Ares, or just gods in general, I guess, not half-bloods, but actual gods bleed gold. That's pretty cool. And they have true forms as well that humans, or even I guess half-bloods here, demigods, can't even look at because it would just destroy them or something. Reminds me of, I guess, Supernatural. I think there's something in Supernatural, if you like look at it, you just die. Yeah, I think like an angel's true form or something like that. So it reminds me of that. And I think that's really cool because they could do a lot with that. If they eventually do show it in the future, Ares could look really cool, like a bunch of armor. We know he has a shield and all this. We know Hades has a helm. So actually being able to show that maybe eventually would be really cool. Also, I feel like if Alecto returned just for another fight, another 2-second fight, I would have really hated that. But here, when she returns and we've actually figured out that, I mean, she was just on a quest just like them the entire time. She didn't necessarily want to hurt them, but she needed to do what Hades told them and retrieve his helmet. So we figure out that she's just like them on a quest and she's just doing what she's told, not necessarily a villain. Also, I was expecting Hades to be a really bad guy, but he's just not. So I like that reveal last episode. And again, my favorite parts of this are when it goes into the more mystical stuff and doesn't just show like a god wearing a hoodie or whatever, or Ares in his trench coat. When we go to camp, when we see Chiron in his half-horse form, when we see the Minotaur, when we see Cerberus, the underworld, glowing swords and portals, and especially Kronos' design, and also in Olympus. I'm glad that wasn't just like an Empire. I was expecting an Empire State Building office room. I was just expecting an office, literally. So I'm glad Olympus was actually Olympus. That's cool. My expectations for Olympus were way down here. I was seriously expecting him to be sitting at a desk in an office. But yeah, all the actual mythical elements, really sick. I love that stuff. And I'm guessing once it goes in, because this is showing these kids' journey to discovering the world for the first time, their first taste past the mystic veil or whatever. Some of their first tastes of the real world as well. I'm sure as the series or books go on, it delves more into the Greek stuff and less into the real world, I guess, of New York or whatever. I would think at least, but maybe not. What I'm saying is maybe the other seasons are going to be better than this one. Maybe I'll enjoy it more. Because while there were elements here that I enjoyed, I wouldn't say it's higher than maybe like a B tier thing for me. But I'm sure the people that read the books, I'm sure you guys are really, really glad that it finally got truly adapted into live action. And that's something that we like kind of rarely see these days, of something that actually getting adapted like 1-to-1 or whatever. As I mean, I think I've heard most of you guys say that it's pretty accurate. I don't know if they've changed a lot here, but people seem really happy with how it's turned out, even if it's not exactly maybe as they remember, or maybe they were more connected to it as a kid. They're just happy to see it finally being respected. I really wanted to like this show even more than just giving it like a B, C rating, but I feel like the payoffs weren't fully there for me. For example, you're about to get the hero of the story with his huge character arc being finished here in this finale against the main villain, Ares. And again, the fight wasn't too insane, and I know people are going to say fights aren't meant to be crazy, but all it was like them running at each other for a second, slashing, and then he splashed him with a wave, and that was it. And I know it was just a draw of first blood, but I would have liked to see a little more there. More visual cues that it was him actually bringing the wave on top of Ares instead of it just like forming behind him and doing it, because at that moment I was thinking Poseidon's helping. We just got that speech from Poseidon saying he'd help his son in the time of need, and that could have been him, but I'm pretty sure it was Percy since he was really angry at that moment. But I would have liked seeing more of like him actually like pushing on top of him or doing something, some kind of movement. But I do in that scene like the callback to when he was talking to him at the truck 2 episodes ago, or maybe 3 episodes ago. That was nice because he did threaten him at that moment, so I'm glad to see that pay off at least. As for the characters, I would really like to see more Annabeth and Percy. I feel like their relationship grew the most over this season, and I could definitely see it going even further in the future. Grover as a character, I didn't care for as much, and I think it was his acting for me. I've seen them all in interviews because I was just watching some just for fun, and they seem like a really fun friend group, but for some reason Grover in this, the way he's acting, I couldn't get behind fully, or believe it, I guess. I don't know what it is exactly about it, but yeah, that was a thing for me. Just wasn't 100% believable. And maybe that was the point. Maybe he's meant to be like super happy during treacherous times and trying to cheer up the group a lot, but sometimes maybe it was just a bit too much. And the good thing moving forward with the series is that I know no knowledge at all of the other books, so this was the only one I had any knowledge of whatsoever. Going into the future, I know nothing, so maybe the next couple seasons are going to be even more exciting, especially when their acting grows as well and they grow as people. Because even looking back at like other kid acted shows and stuff, I mean, Stranger Things started out really good and is still really good. I guess we can compare it to Harry Potter. It has a lot of similarities with Harry Potter as well. But the first movie, the kids acting is not as good as it gets later on, so I can compare it in that way. It'll probably get even better as it goes on. But yeah, that is it for my discussion and review. I'll probably talk more about Percy Jackson if people want to on Twitter or in the comment section. But that is it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the reactions and the honest review of the series. Definitely let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, as well as if you enjoyed, definitely subscribe. But yeah, that's a wrap on Percy Jackson. Be sure to check out any of the other playlists and series that I got on my channel. We got a ton of Marvel shows, ton of Star Wars shows, and a bunch of other stuff in between, animes and more. So go check all that out, and I will see you guys in the next one very, very soon.